It was a quiet afternoon when the Johnson family spotted what they first thought was a leaf trembling on the roadside. But as they drew closer, they saw a tiny creature, eyes sealed shut, pink and helpless, barely clinging to life. It was a newborn flying squirrel, no bigger than a thumb, likely fallen from its nest or orphaned by a predator. Alone and vulnerable, it had little chance of survival. Most would have walked past it, but not the Johnsons. With no experience raising a wild animal, let alone one so fragile, the family gently scooped up the tiny squirrel and brought it home. The children named him Whiskers, after the faint, barely visible hairs that twitched as he breathed. What followed were weeks of sleepless nights and constant vigilance. Using a tiny syringe, they fed him a special milk formula every 2 hours, carefully regulating the temperature to mimic a mother's warmth. At first, he was too weak to suckle, and each feeding became a delicate balancing act between hope and despair. He was so small, we were terrified we'd hurt him just by touching him, said Anna Johnson, the mother of the family. But he kept fighting. Bit by bit, Whiskers grew stronger. His fur began to grow, his eyes slowly opened, revealing a pair of dark, curious orbs that followed every movement around him. By the time he could cling to fingers and climb short distances, his personality began to shine through, curious, mischievous, and astonishingly clever. Raising Whiskers wasn't easy. Flying squirrels are nocturnal, and his high-energy antics often came in the middle of the night. He leapt from furniture to curtains, glided across rooms, and even stole socks for his nest. Yet, despite the chaos, the Johnsons adored him. He became part of our daily life, said Mr. Johnson. We adjusted everything around him, our routines, our furniture, even our bedtime. As he matured, the family faced a difficult question. Should they release Whiskers into the wild? After consulting with wildlife experts, they learned that animals raised entirely by humans, especially from such a young age, often lack the skills to survive alone. So, they made their decision. Whiskers would stay. Now fully grown, with his soft gray fur and wide gliding membrane, Whiskers zips through the house like a fluffy arrow, often landing on unsuspecting shoulders for treats. He snuggles into hoodies, curls up in pockets, and chirps happily when he sees his family. He may not have been born into our family, Anna says, but he's family all the same.